Today I want to talk about used car dealer scams. Now, back in the 1990s, there was a street in Waco that was kind of notoriously known for having, for lack of a better term, crooked car dealers. It was just a reputation. I bet if you asked 100 people in town, 80 would have said, "Oh yeah, don't buy a car on that street." But of course, they did sell cars because there were people that would buy them from them. Anyway, I had a couple different people come into my office back then. As a brand new baby lawyer, you pretty much have to take any kind of case that walks in. So I had free consultations for anything and everything, and people would refer, basically people that got scammed buying cars to me all the time. So I had a bunch of these come in, and they were all from different dealerships, but they all basically had the same story, and that's why I think that the dealerships were really doing this. So what would happen is they would go in, they would test drive a vehicle, it seemed fine, they said, okay, I want to buy it, and every single one of them was told the same story. That's fine, we need to do a little bit of work on it, and come pick it up tomorrow. Now, why they all fell for that, I have no idea, but they all did. I don't know what they were told was being done, and who knows, Unfortunately, most people don't have a whole lot of car knowledge, so somebody can pretty much tell you anything, and you might believe it if you don't know any better. So they would all go in the next day to pick up their car, and every single one of them made it no more than about 100 yards from the dealership before it died and would not start again, and then they either had to be towed back to the dealer or whatever, and then they'd be told that it needed really expensive repairs and that the dealer would do it for them or whatever. Well, none of them could afford it, which is why they were buying inexpensive used cars on this particular street. So then they'd be told, well, too bad then, you lose the car or whatever, So then I'd get involved, and I think we got everybody's money back. But my theory was, and I was never able to prove it because these cases never went to trial or anything. It was always settled pretty quickly. But my theory was this, that they would get a car in their inventory and they would fix it up enough that it would run reliably, whether it needed a battery, an alternator, a starter, or whatever. They would put those parts on, people would test drive the car, obviously it would work fine, and then when they would go to buy it, they would keep it overnight and they would undo whatever they had fixed previously and then deliver the car. Well, obviously, if it had a dead battery, a bad alternator, or whatever, it was going to give them problems. And so that's my theory. The only hole in that theory is I have a hard time believing it was economically a good plan to basically replace something and then unreplace it. And I realize a lot of these places probably have in-house mechanics, or at least somebody WJ Handy Dad level of skill that can do some basic work. But I still don't know if it's really economically viable to do that or not. But that seemed to be what was happening because, like I said, the same story came into my office many times, many different dealers, many different people, always the same. So let me know what you think. Do you think I was right that they were actually doing that, or you think it was just incredibly bad luck that all of these people bought cars that worked one day and didn't work the next?